We're back. We're back and ready for pain. Here we have Genshin Impact. Also, do you want to know what another pain is? That I just realized during this on? I don't get to see how long my talents are taking. So that's going to be even worse. But yeah, this is going to be the team we're using. I did some I did some artifact optimization and found that this was actually the best thing to run on him, at least where I am now. We've ditched the 2-piece Art of Death. Art of Death is gone, it's back on my That of course is about just the best that we can do before leveling stuff up. He's almost leveled up on his own. The level we're down is almost gone. We got Team Fischl. She's built on attack, because that's what her healing does. She's got 5-piece Wanderer Troop because Fischl. And then we have 2-piece Art of Death on Barbara because we need hydro damage on Barbara. No, we don't. We do not need 2-piece hydro damage on Barbara. Increase normal attack and charge attack damage by 15%. I hope that applies to the thing. You know, that's the golden house we go. Hold on, we should probably get all of our we should probably get all of our talents leveled up first. Probably get all of our my talents leveled up. I mean ultimates, you know, charged. Because Fischl does not happen to have hers, and Childe doesn't happen to have his, and I don't even know what the Where'd the other dude go?
That tingle?
Yeah, I killed him.
That tingle?
I don't need to kill you. That would be a horrible idea. I don't need to level up Childe now, do I? I sure hope Childe is almost there. Leave, stupid. What are you doing? How about you take a turn back around? He's pretty good on it.
You're open!
What is this? Come on. Yeah. We're gonna have to go in on an unknown thing for a Childe, because I'm not risking leveling him up. I'm not risking leveling him up, my god, he just got more. Oh no. Oh. Crap. That's not good. I can just fly to the golden house from here. Also, Sparkle.
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally.
Not good, freezing to death. So what, you'd freeze to death even in your house? Where the heat is and whatnot? Huh? Yes, your legs are visible.
Just my legs.
Your leg, yes. Your leg is seeable. You can see your leg. Here we are. The golden house. The place where I die horribly. We're going to smack Childe with Childe. I don't know if you've noticed. That's kind of the whole point of this. I've been saving this quest for this entire thing. A level 59 child boss fight, and this is the recommended party level. They need to recommend this to like level 70.
Yeah.
Like what do you expect? What do you expect, dude?
Tell you, what do you expect of us?
Level 30 characters? Why are you even going to have level 30 characters?
This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap.
Hopefully you
But
got the
even
other
if we
now.
can't take any, or better yet,
Paimon, stop
take a
being-
nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
Paimon, stop being an idiot.
Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here?
The Milliliths are dead. Very cool.
Quick! We have to...
The Exuvia is fine, kind of. About as fine as a dead corpse can be.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides. So why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location.
Secret location, this is the only minute of that, dude. This is
Don't
not
you
a
think that
secret.
trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort?
Well, I have wasted
Stopping
my
you more
effort
immense,
trying to stop you
hiding
before
away
it.
the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit.
Okay, then.
Either way,
the young lord.
we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Riley says that it is an unsafe
Battle?
reply.
So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions.
Alrighty then.
But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen
We're
again.
about to kind of let it happen. Anyway.
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, traveler. I'll just play along.
You won't kill me.
To
Say
feel
that to
the
your
thrill
third
of
page.
battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
This man about to get smacked horribly.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
No, am I disappointing right now? I'm just kind of walking around you, dude. I'm walking around you.
So quick to flee. Try this. So quick to flee. You're wide open. Try this. So quick to flee. You should do it like this. Try this. Who's next? Careful now. Run all you like. Celestial Voyager.
Run. As far away as you can.
So quick to flee.
Hope he stays in his birthday, so.
Try this. You're wide open.
Okay, we have our ultimate on trial
You missed a spot. So quick to flee.
Good enough now to get extra damage on this 125.
Try this.
I don't want to get too close to activating it.
No time to lose. Who's next?
Let the show begin.
No time. Not bad, not bad.
Why do you just say not bad twice? I don't think it's supposed to.
Run all you like.
Keep the damage coming. Keep the damage coming. We're doing this mainly with
So
Childe.
quick to
You know, I
flee.
haven't even touched the visual yet. He's easily like the strongest, you know,
Try this.
For some reason you get pyro every time you get it.
So quick to flee.
Going the other way now. I'm so used to clicking D on my
Try this. You should do it like this.
Let the show begin.
Careful now. So quick to flee.
You almost died there.
Careful.
Because I have a level 1. I'm not very fit for this crazy.
Careful now.
Go as one.
What are you doing? Go back to your
Try this. No time to lose. So quick to flee. You've made some progress. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. How? I had only just... Yeah.
Oh wait, Barbara auto revived me. I forgot about that. I forgot about my D6, Barbara. When you forget about these things.
Right.
Oh god, no, Pickle, no.
No use hiding back there. How? I had only just... Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh god. Come on, get in there. Child, don't die. Why do we have no sense? Okay. What's the time? No! What happened to him, Dad?
I had only just... Yeah. Something else catch your eye?
Probably how much damage that does.
Gotcha.
No, you don't. Don't die.
Gotcha.
No, you don't. No! Why? No! Not good.
Let's dance.
Gotcha. Right. Crush you.
Oh god. 36 seconds. Crap, running at people. How long does it take Barbara to... Oh god, he's about to... Every 15 minutes.
Gotcha.
I don't have 15 minutes, I'm afraid.
Oh, it's revealed by...
Why can't I do that?
Gotcha.
Well, at least I brought 2 healers. Right. The other is a 5-star. This'll die! This'll then die!
This realm...
No, she didn't.
No home
But
for
she's
a
now
princess.
dead. Oh god. Child is alive. The children are alive. Oh god, this is such a... No, don't run out of stamina on me now.
I feel a little weak.
Oh god, this is so...
Raging tide. Gotcha.
Come on. You know, we have healing. Character is full.
Drat.
Name up. Look. The most painful screen you'll ever see. How do you stun Childe in that? Electro charge didn't even work.
I will protect you.
Well, we have 2 shield makers. We have an absolute tank. Because believe it or not, my Kaya is on 4-piece Gladiator's finale. Not really, you know, these together, so look at his HP. He should be able to tank what that guy deserves that in. So stage 1 is kind of easy. Stage 2 is where we die, and stage 3, if we make it there, we should hopefully be alive. That fight just took me 20 minutes and I lost. Keep going until I either run out of time in the day or, you know, kill him. Which will happen, I am sure of it. I will manage to kill him at some point. That point, the question now is just when.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the... This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is. Oh, so it's a trip. But even if we can't take, or better yet, take a nap on... Oh, right. It's quiet. Huh? Look! Uh-oh. Quick, we have to...
You've already fulfilled your...
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross. Although, don't you think that trying to stop...
So you've been planning...
As one... She will get that which she... I'm not the time for discussion either way. The battle.
Battle?
Instead of confronting you when she faces a war. But as for me...
We won't let what happened...
Oh, so you... Besides, you could never defeat me. Not... Fighting talk, I love... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Cool it. Cowering already? How unbecoming.
How did I hit him?
Quite impressed. What's the hurry?
I don't actually normally use.
Shake it and stir. Leave it all to me.
No time to lose.
I don't normally happen to use food to heal me, but you know, we're doing it
Think you can bully me?
Try this.
I love how it said frozen, yet he didn't freeze. He just kind of stood there. Ah, I am frozen, aren't I? Huh? Don't do what I
So
said.
quick to flee.
Good. He didn't do what I thought he was gonna do. Just mess with my game.
Try this.
Steady as stone.
So quick to flee.
This is going better than the other one.
Try this.
At least I think. I don't know, it feels faster to about the halfway point. It can't be good.
Shake it and stir. Leave it all to
First time I've ever had Noel's skill cooldown feel.
So quick to
Fast.
flee. No time to.
think you can bully me?
Riptide.
Why'd I do that? No, I shouldn't have done that.
Try this. So quick to flee. Try this.
Steady as stone.
So quick to flee.
Shake it and stir.
No time to lose. Try this. So quick to flee.
Alright, we have everyone's all.
Try this.
Kyle helped me a lot.
So quick to flee.
Did I like my life?
I must leave no stone unturned.
I don't know, do you? Comment down below if you enjoy living.
Try this. So quick to flee.
Steady as
Oh God. Coming for me.
You're wide open. Freeze. No time to lose.
think you can bully
You know,
me?
I tried to like get in, yes, the game progress.
So quick to flee. Yeah. Try this. So quick to flee.
Leave it all to me.
A clear shot. Run all you like.
Shake it and stir. I'll catch up.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay,
Not bad.
he's done it.
You've got a trigger. Haha. Good. No wonder
Start with
Senora
that.
was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself.
Run.
This is about to get tough.
Run, Fiona, run!
Show me what you can do against the might of a harbinger.
Huh?
Dodge this.
What? What? Something about tomorrow? I'll do it tomorrow if I don't make it today.
Don't push your luck. Gotcha. Dodge this.
Where'd that come from?
Break.
Now, I know this is supposed to be a mainly level 1 child video, but I don't think I can beat this stage of the boss fight with the level 1 child.
Steady as stone.
I'm afraid that that's not very possible.
This.
That not done?
Oh. Shake it and stir.
Freeze.
Sweet fairy.
No.
Don't leave me.
Give me everything here. I need to heal Fiona. Come on, please. Please. Thank you, child.
Oh yeah, so your company's character. Your company is missing. Where's your company?
Mine is here.
Okay, well, you probably gotta plug it in later.
Steady as stone.
Shield is gone.
Freeze.
Shake it and stir.
You've got some skills.
He's going to dash at me.
Gotta dodge this.
Leave it all to me.
Break. Gotcha. Cool it.
Shake it and stir.
Raging tide. Gotcha.
Everyone is mostly alive. Good.
Freeze. Something else catch your eye?
Maybe.
Scratch that.
Maybe now you're finally not killing me. Maybe that caught my eye. Stupid brain thinks about that.
No use hiding back there.
Well, I did.
Let's go, let's go. Think you can bully me?
Crush you.
Did I just break that dude's AI? I think I just broke his AI. by
Freeze.
doing that.
Leave it all to me.
Freeze.
I'm leaving it to know that my shield is so good.
Break.
that hit. Nakai is too overbuilt. He does too much damage.
Gotcha.
Where'd that come from? Scratch.
I don't know where did it come from.
As a dutiful maid would. Huh.
Do that.
All you do is run.
Yes, exactly.
Leave it all to... Let's go, let's go. Scratch.
You've got some skills. Dodge this. Catch. No use hiding back there.
Gotta clear on that.
Raging tide. Yeah. Got you. Freeze.
Shake it and stir.
I missed that horribly.
Something else catch your eye?
No. Nothing caught my eye.
This.
And as far as you can, don't look back.
Freeze.
Think you can...
All you do is run.
Fuel build up, yes. Yes, I do.
Freeze. You've got some skills.
About to go to the coolest looking phase that this man owns. But just because it's cool looking doesn't mean it's threatening.
Steady as stone.
No use hiding back there.
Don't worry.
All you do is
So
run.
I'll feel the strongest shield I own. And that's it.
Raging
Yes.
tide. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive.
I didn't even have Traveler on my party.
That's about as far as you'll get.
Meaning that my Traveler is actually animal. How could it? Because my Traveler is actually
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
Who
You
did?
were just playing us to get close to the
I
Exuvia.
guess he was.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected.
It was not expected. Even after watching this fight multiple times.
Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now.
Nothing!
I see.
So much nothing.
Well, this is most unexpected.
I've never seen so much something.
You beat me to it, didn't you?
I have to know this. Zhongli has to know this. You stupid idiot. John Lee has to know this. Oh well, we're gonna watch this amazing time. Very scary looking.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you!
Fall damage 101, that should have killed me. Hello.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't
Did
you?
I?
Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose?
Ooh, we do not have a lot of
Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it.
Cool it.
Shake it and stir. all to...
Shouldn't let your guard down. What's the hurry? Cool it!
Ha! I'm here.
Well,
Cool it!
Scratch!
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
bye. Bye. Have a great day.
Scratch!
What's the dodge this? Bring it on. Die here.
Leave it all to me.
What is this? I've never seen this attack before.
Can't handle your drink. Scratch!
Oh, it's right where the attack was going.
Steady as... Scratch! Time to clean up.
Drat!
Crap, Kaya's about to get decimated horribly. Everyone back. Here's the big question. Have I been playing this longer than 200 seconds?
Steady as stone.
No time to lose.
No.
Cool it.
Shake it and stir.
Die here.
It was harder than I thought it would be.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen. Yeah! Drat!
I think it's time. We need to eat it. If you get an attack, increase all party members' attack by 320 and crit rate by 10% for 300 seconds. One of probably the best attack increasing foods I'm about to eat. Right here. When the going gets tough,
Steady as stone.
you eat some golden fried chicken from KFC. Only the best. No, I don't work at KFC. No, I am not in any way, forced to say that.
Think you can bully me?
Wow, he's still using a bow even in his final form.
Dodge this!
Even worse. Ow.
Leave it all to me.
Prefer not dying. Kaya's about to die here. Kaya's alive.
Freeze!
Think you can bully me?
She's alive, Do not underestimate the power of the knight. The cavalry captain of the Knights of Harmonia. That's his official title,
Freeze!
We got our final heal up. Come on. I don't want to have to start eating into my hash browns. Why did he just die there? That shield was protecting him and everything, dude. And he's just like, yeah, no, I think I'll pass.
Cool it.
I'm gonna have to kill this guy without Childe alive, am I? No, I want to finish him with Childe. I want to finish him with the last few hits I've been doing Childe. What I have to do is using him. We're too far down to get. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try. Please don't end him right here.
Freeze.
Okay, this is good. This is good. This is where we want to be. This is where we want to be.
Don't push your.
Think you can bully me? Leave it all to me.
I'm gonna use my shield. It's gonna be away from the area. You know, it's gonna be away from the kite. Get away from me! I can't kill you yet!
I'll catch up. Scratch! I must leave no stone unturned.
1.
No time to lose.
Let's go to Diana Special!
Away we go. Away from that whale we go. Over here, hopefully we can.
How? I had only just. Yeah.
You have a minute. You have a minute. You have a minute to stay alive.
Steady as stone.
Right we are. Come on. Come on. If our guy is a tank, you will be a tank. We're gonna kill Childe with Childe and we're gonna be happy about it. I came in here to do a mission, and my God, are we going to complete it?
Shaken and stirred! Someone needs assistance. Think you can bully me? I must leave no stone unturned.
What? This is sad. Nima, this is so sad. How
Leave it all to me.
Again?
Look at my screen. It doesn't take that long for the deep fried pancakes to start up, right?
Listen, look! I must leave.
What's the hurry?
He's so dead, dude. Why can't I know you do damage? Why can't my level 1 child do damage without the force? I can't believe I've managed to not hit child without, except for child for this long. How long have I just been running from this man in the final phase? This should not be how long the final phase takes. Okay, no more buildings, we're just gonna sit on Kaya for a really long time. Come on. No, I want you here. We did it! Oh god.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Yes. We did it.
Well then, time to cool off.
I only had to bring my main carry for who knows how long, and 2 shields to beat him.
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through.
Stupid.
And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis.
Stupid.
You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! Take it!
The stupid man.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Because I have a level 1 child. No, that was in fact the handicap of my team probably. Because I'm gradually restoring my former power because I'm...
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes.
You know the answer, you stupid idiot.
But if that is a secret you wish to keep,
We can
I
level
guess I'll
child
just
up.
have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied.
Okay.
Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Hey child, you do realize that you have to pay for that floor now.
You stay for the what?
The floor of the golden house is kind of gone.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
He's not a normal guy.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes,
So
it
then-
appears so. Interesting to say the least.
That is John Lee.
It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I.
Yeah, but you're gonna summon an ancient god. Are you sure you're weaker than that? Is he weaker than an ancient god?
Maybe.
The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weaklings who think otherwise. Unfortunately, We cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken
Those
it.
sigils of permission from earlier in the chapter.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
We're gonna have to fight Fatui with a level 1 child, because I wanted to do this entire quest with a level 1 child, not just up to the boss fight. So now we gotta fight level 60 Fatui with and whatever my team is.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
No, we're not gonna stay and enjoy this show. We're gonna stop Child.
He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Are you gonna fishing rod me up to the J chamber? Like Minecraft style, you know? I'm on this. Are we just gonna suddenly be at the J chamber?
Paimon's exhausted.
Hi, Osial.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
You were looking at it, Paimon.
What are you doing here?
Saving another one of the 7 nations, like we just did in Mondstadt. What about you?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy.
Water Hydra.
Even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle.
We're not ordinary.
Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary.
Ganyu Zhao, the rest of the Adeptus should know.
So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What?
But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Lilith. Can't you think of something?
But they did.
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chi Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins
Yeah, go get on that
now.
pedestal. Go get on that pedestal.
Yep.
No, hang on. Ning Guang was 5 stars. Here it is. That was more of a job. Yes. Here's the true battle. Oh no! Oh no!
The Fatui! They're attacking the Genshin Ballista!
Why do I have Geo now? What? How did this confuse? That's near the lion door. And I have a Tartaglia with a
The three
slingshot.
Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Bring it on. No time to lose.
Freeze!
Let's move on this.
As a dutiful maid would.
Let's move.
Cool it!
Steadiest.
This.
Dodge this!
Can't handle your drink.
Shouldn't get careless.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
We're going to get hit. Oh! That is why. Okay. Where's the rest of the Fatui?
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
This is gonna hurt.
Right there.
No time to look.
Freeze!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight.
Oh, so it's I was just kind of murdered
My
him.
name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
No, we're not. Absolutely. Come on. Let's get these men destroyed. I have a card with an elemental burst and I want to use it.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit.
All three
Perhaps you
powers
can
at
withstand
once.
3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've
It's
adapted,
not gonna
try
hurt.
to use them in battle.
What can I say except those elements, those blasts from Adam Thing are like really overpowered.
Freeze!
Let's go, let's go.
As a dutiful maid would.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Like that. I got 1k crit damage. Oh my gosh, I don't overpowered.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
I'm here.
Here they are.
This moment will be frozen. Riptide! No time to lose. Dodge this! No time to lose.
Time to clean up. You can't handle your drink. Huh.
Cool it. This moment will be
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Where's the Fatui coming from? You did it! Yeah! Decapitate that agent.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Do that. I'm afraid we defeated Elthial. Red Flapping didn't show up.
It's
He's waiting
working.
within your
We
house.
just need to keep this up.
He's just keep chilling at Long Tongue. He's just chilling at Long Tongue Funeral Fire like so. How'd the fight with Elthial go? No.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
How about we give?
I have another idea.
She isn't gonna do it.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand.
I have a
Old friend.
I have a 1-star sword in my hand.
Goodbye
How
for
is this
now.
supposed to do anything?
Let us meet again in the future.
The water looks so much better in this cutscene than it does in the actual game.
Is it finally
The ominous aura of that
Yep.
monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance.
Kyle, don't show up.
If
now,
the
that would be
Adepti
annoying.
hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
He appeared in the form of John Lee.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens?
Being mad.
I know I
After all of
already
them in a
have, so
teapot.
why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
I'll be like, bruh. Bruh.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
You did beat that big monster.
Weren't you frightened, dear?
Yeah,
It was quite the predicament.
This is not the big monster.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Too bad that update already passed.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter.
Basically, the city can run itself, but it can't do crazy stuff because they're not all gods, obviously.
Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Back to Julian Karst for you. If only they made NPCs for all the Adepti for us to meet.
Eager to leave.
Yes, he is eager to leave. He's eager to go eat some Molotov that wants to.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Childe wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up.
Also, Nima, it's getting pretty late. I think we're gonna have to do that this evening tomorrow.
Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless Rite of Parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's
No. The best place to go would be
for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Don't look so bad after using Spell Legacy, you know.
Bring it on.
Hello.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshan Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
You know, you can summon the meteor, you can summon knowledge. Well, time to go fly up there. Time to go up there to the Northland Bank at Fatui. We are going during something stupid. We are playing as the 11th of the 11 Secret Harbingers. Yes, Google Translate is probably not good enough.
Lee cuisine is inedible.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, child.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And you're also one of the Harbingers?
The 8th and the 11th Harbingers are here.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
That is a true story.
So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
Hello, Jean-Lee. How you doing?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio?
We're looking at him right now.
No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyra goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right, which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Senora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague Childe, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, traveler. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa.
No, we need to
Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Day 55. How many things do I have for child? I have 7, I believe. Oceanid things, so 7. So I can get him to level 60.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
What sort of
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
You're so petty.
We still have quests to do. There's still quests to do. Get off. Get this wire off of you, please. Thank you.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Are you buying or not?
Yeah. No time to lose.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Childe.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
You're mine.
Excuse me, what was that now?
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Right on the heels, more like a month.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
I don't like it when people talk shit about me.
No time to lose.
Hello, Mr. the military
Hear ye
guy.
all! The Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
We get to hear Zach Aguilar say something.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
Ah, Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
Aren't you broke?
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli.
You're right. I do like the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to.
No,
But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could. no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Because he's only given out 6.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity.
Eternity?
It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the 7, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity.
So who's gonna take over as the new, Geo Archon?
Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Childe.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Childe did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha, those poor Snezhna. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Find money, stupid idiot.
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
John Lee, no. No, John Lee.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to.
Well then, it's time, isn't it? I'm gonna go get my sister. It is time. As far as I can.
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd
Level
freeze
one,
to death.
Level 1
Literally.
child. What an upgrade, dude. He's now level 50. The reign of the level 1 child is no more. I might actually be able to do decent damage now. But no, that needs me to be at level 50. And the law that I gained from doing things, I know that needs me to be at level 60. Hang on. What? What? I had not. Off to murder Fatui now.
See how much damage you do.
I know where they are. I'm gonna set up the team that I will normally be using with him. Not my travel team. This is already my travel team, mostly, but kind of. You see, this is my travel team. This is going to be my main other team. Oh god, they all need healing. bad pistol. Same weapon, same artifact, just a higher level. Okay. Here we go. See those, Nemo? You see those? Yeah. Stewie. You can't see them because that's not going to be indicative of my damage, but you know what? Here we go. Alrighty, pretty good. Considering everything.
Killjoy! Just begun.
Boba, get them!
No time to lose. Shouldn't let your guard down.
We've only just begun. I must collect myself. You can't run. Well, don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. I see through you. Looks like I went too far.
I'm not very good at video games, I don't know if you know this.
What's this first?
No. Stupid ruin guard.
The insubordination!
This first.
Go.
No time to lose. No time to lose.
All that healing I have to drop and everything. See the healing guard? Stay dead. Okay.
Oh, it's ripping back off!
You're mine. No time to lose. Who's next?
Waited too long.
No time to lose.
Back at ya! Counterattack.
No time to lose.
Good, healing guard. Come on. That's it.
You can run, but you can't hide.
To ashes!
Tidal wave.
I know Beto's ult damage falls off against one enemy, but...
Bring it on.
Back at ya!
Yeah, 4. What the heck is that?
Oh, it's revealed!
Some quiet.
That should theoretically be enough to get his level 60. Because even then, I don't have the jumping hearts to level him up fast to get to 60 out of 70, but I mean, this is still pretty good, considering that's where my Kaya's at. that I've been having and used for that long. This man is still doing pretty nice. There is it. I know it's here. How many do I have?
No, you have 9 and you have 12, and you could only make 2, so... Or wait, don't forget the other one, so you get...
I have 10. Okay, so I can make 2
I
more.
drop 1 straight.
Yeah, I need 2 more. They do drop stuff straight, those people, so... Shit.
Yeah, you have enough.
Everything is prepared, hopefully. If you're tired now, you're tired now. Level 60 out of 60. Max HP 9,995. Attack 612. Defense 623. Muscle Mastery 19. Max Stamina 168. Weapon Slingshot. Base attack 192. Crit rate 20.3. Artifact. Gladiators and martials are 2 pieces. 0. And we're gonna need to upgrade these. We have none of these. Okay, we're gonna need to get more of those. We are good, we are happy, and all is well. So let's get some extra treasure orders.
I also have those 2 glint face from
I do have those 2 glint face from One damage from this high up.
I got careless. That tingle?
Nice and spicy.
That tingle?
Oh my god. What do I pay you for?
Get them!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
That tingle?
Back at ya! Oz revealed on your toast!
That is just PC. We have a good child now. Anyways, I'm gonna leave us on this thing that we leave. Kind of, not really.